Not sure if this is a big deal to most people, but to me it is. Having a clean workspace is everything. Recently, reorganized the garage. Have a lot more floor space here, way more space where the car gets worked on. But ow! And I'm not sure if it really does it justice on camera, but it's a little bit more organized. Things organized. Have a workbench, drink more water, tools, bike is up. But it's organized. It's organized. It's a lot more spacious. Okay, so this was a hard video to shoot, mainly because this is one of those jobs that is like really ridiculously hard to do, especially on a car with a lot of rust issues. My car was starting to hop under hard acceleration, so I figured, hey, it's time to change out those differential bushings, and since I'm doing that, I might as well go ahead and weld the diff. I did record bits and pieces here and there when I was working on it. Well, when it was easy, yeah, because for the most part, I was just trying to figure out how to do it. A lot of the times it was just me spending all the time trying to break those bolts, because those bolts were insanely hard to break because of those rust issues. Anywho's, yeah, you know, it's just removing a differential. You know, you get your 12 actual bolts, then you get your 4 drive shaft bolts, then you got your one big 17 millimeter right down the rear differential bushing. You get your 2 front differential bushing bolts to undo. You got a breather tube to undo, 2 sensors, the ABS sensor, and I believe the other one is a VDC sensor. You undo that. Alright, the great thing about everything this time is that if you guys haven't watched my last video, I converted it to a single exit exhaust, so there's a lot of works. Ignore that, please. Ignore. That doesn't exist. That doesn't exist. I have all this workspace, and this isn't that hard to take off. Yeah, this isn't that hard to take off because it's all fresh bolts. So I'm gonna take this off real quick and then undo a bunch of stuff to get access to the differential. All right, update. I got the exhaust off. Well, the part that I needed off. I undid this sensor right here. This sensor right here, because this sensor is connected to the diff. And there's also another tube for the diff fluid that is on top of the diff that I got undo in a bit. Right now, I'm just undoing these. That connects the differential to the axles. So right now I'm trying to undo the axle bolts and the drive shaft bolts. These are kind of a pain because I'm doing it on the ground. Every few bolts, I have to let go of the e-brake, put it out of gear so that I can turn these things so I can undo the other bolts. You bastard. Anywho's, I didn't really film a step-by-step on how to do this, just because Jay's 2 cents actually does a better job of it, because he has a cleaner Z. The job is a lot smoother for him. For me, I have a car from the Northeast, and the Northeast has claimed this car almost entirely. There was a lot of seized bolts, there was a lot of... Point is, I needed a lot of PB blaster, but I finally got it out, so I can go under the car now and show you guys what I had to do to get this thing out. Before you undo any of these bolts, like on the axle, on the drive shaft, or on the differential bushings, you want to undo these 2 sensors. This sensor is actually attached onto the subframe. You'll see this clip on the subframe like this. This one is a vertical sensor, and it kind of connects like this. You'll see these 2 sensors. The biggest pain in the ass are these clips. These clips are attached on the subframe, so good luck getting those out. I had to finagle this a lot to get it out. Also, before you drop it, you want to make sure you disconnect this breather tube from the hose that's under the car, and I'm going to show you that right now. So I kind of did this the hard way. I didn't remove this sway bar, and I didn't remove this V-bar. I'm going to remove that before I put this diff back in, because it was a pain to get it out with this V-bar and the rear sway bar. Okay, so you have these 6 bolts on the axles on each side. The hard part about this is that you're gonna have to put the car in gear, pull up the e-brake so that it doesn't move, so you can break these bolts, and then you gotta get back up there, release it so you can spin it, and then get the other bolts. Same for the drive shaft. Also, once you undo the drive shaft's gonna be hanging. That's why I have it supported on a jack stand. I have my exhaust supported on a jack stand, just so nothing hangs and nothing like gets any stress. Also, on the axles, I don't know if you can see it right there, right here. I zip tied it up to the rear spring bucket so that this axle doesn't hang when the differential's gone. Then you have the two differential bushing bolts here and here, and you also have this deep bolt right here. All three are 17 millimeter. Do your best to break it. And now the differential's out, I can finally go get this thing welded, clean it up a bit, because as you can see, there's a lot of rust. I'm gonna bang these out, and yeah, time to clean this up and go send it out to get welded. Alright, update, got the diff welded, got everything out. The only thing left is the rear bushing, and that's been a pain in my ass. I got the core out, but I can't get the metal ring out. So, I got help. I got help from a longtime friend, a really close friend, a really good friend, and he's here. And I'm hoping we can get this out today and get it back in. Ew! Miata swap coming soon, boy! Oh my god! We got the bitch out! What the fuck? You motherfucker! Oh my gosh! Oh. Yo! Oh. This man is a god. He's opening his own shop soon. Give it about a year or some change.
Like 2 years.
2 years. Either that or we're both moving to Tokyo. This man's a god, boy. What the fuck? What the shit? Yo, we were randomly just sitting having conversation for the longest time. And it was like, okay, let's get to hammering, and then it just slid all the way the fuck out.
It started sliding so easy.
Oh my god. Dude, you have no idea like how satisfied I feel right now.
Telling me.
Oh my god, brother.
Even better knowing that I didn't cut into this the
frame. Holy shit, look how close we got. What the fuck?
There's like a millimeter left.
Oh my, I am so satisfied right now. Okay, that's out. We're gonna get to cleaning it, and then we have this new urethane bushing to put in. Oh my god. What the? Again, we gotta clean up the ring around so we can put the new bushing in. So the good thing about these front bushings is that they're 2 pieces. So instead of having to like really press it in, you just take it apart, sandwich it in, get that tube, push it down the middle, and you're set.
Yeah, that's gonna be the hardest part. But that one's in.
Yeah, I think if we just lube this up, it'll slide right in really.
Yeah.
And for sure, before we slid this in, we did make sure to clean out inside.
Wow.
Yeah, super slick, yeah?
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. It looks so much better. It wasn't like all this rest here, but that's not visible anyway.
There we go.
Yeah, sick. I kept my trophy, my battle trophies. Okay, so you have this, which is the metal ring of death that holds your rear bushing to the subframe. And then you have this part, which is just a ring that kind of sits inside the metal ring of death. And then inside here is where all the silicone would be surrounding this core. Yeah, this is the core that holds your 17mm and your differential. So I drilled around, you see all that rubber? I drilled all that rubber and some plastic channels. I drilled all that out till this popped out. I drilled this till this popped out. And then this is what gave me the hardest time. So what I ended up doing was me and my homie, we just made a relief cut, and then we chiseled this piece up until it like folded up like that. And the idea was to be able to get a flathead underneath and just kind of pry this out, but that didn't work. Somehow, torching and letting it sit in PB Blaster and having a lot of conversation while on the floor dirty, covered in differential cushion, rubber, silicone. All of a sudden the PB Blaster did its work and it started pushing it out while we chiseled this out. So basically this became the point where we just punched it out. And after that, everything's completely reverse order. It was a little bit harder, mainly because I have a new differential cover. So the cooling fin's kind of like, is this close to my new exhaust now? That close, so it was a little bit harder to mess with. But yeah, and now I have a welded diff. Welded diff on a Z. That's a whole nother video in itself. Okay, after finishing that video, I kind of realized that I kind of blue balled you guys. Nope, that's not what I'm trying to do. It's because in order to fully test this welded diff, I kind of have to go to Mexico. And in Mexico, there's a really close friend of mine that I want you guys to meet. Actually, I'll plug it in right here. Gonna take a break from my Z for a bit, and I'm gonna introduce you guys to this other Z, which is probably gonna steal all the attention away from my channel, but that's okay, because I fucks with him heavy. That's my boy. And his pops is here. Check out his pops' truck. Woo! Pops is wide, my man. Yo, Pops. Nice truck. How many trucks you got?
I don't know. I got a puppy.
Is that Gohan?
Yeah.
Go home. Hey, what's up, dude? What's up, dude? The man of the hour. Look at this joint. My brother. Yo, you and your dad come rolling heavy. Fat boys everywhere.
You seen Gohan?
Yeah. The guy's cute, man. You gonna drive it all the way in there or what?
I don't know yet. My tire's already getting...
It's getting what, worn out?
Yeah, it's getting worn out already at the bottom.
Yeah. Little man! He's so cute. Ooh. Hey man, can't get my lens wet. Hey man, introducing a new car to the channel.
It's my car. That 370Z.
Yo, give a little background on what's happened to your car, what your car is going through, and what it's about to go through again.
It's been at the shop for like, what, 7 months? But I brought it to a new shop. They're gonna refix it, redo some things that were messed up. But it's all good. It's all on time. You just gotta trust the process, and we'll get it there.
What all are you doing to it?
I don't even know.
All we know is this is a one-of-a-kind build. It is not for sale. Maybe. You won't get this anywhere else. Probably the first in the US. Because you know, people in Japan probably did this. I saw it. Yeah. Okay. So I came to the realization that his car is probably gonna steal a lot of attention away from my channel, but that's okay. That's okay, because he's my boy. I'm excited to do more stuff with him, more videos with him. It's gonna be litty. Okay. Alright, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this one. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Yes.